What up, everybody? This is Southern Wrath. Let's go ahead and get into it. This is my explanation of the Psyop of Flat Earth and the Ministry of Truth. Yeah, we're about to get into some truth. Okay, so for all the flat earthers, if you know what oblique means, it means it's kind of like an oval. Okay, not really an egg shape. All right. This is what our Earth really looks like. Our Earth looks like this because I believe that the universe is going around us. I believe we're in the center. Now, if we were spinning around the sun and like the rest of the planets, I believe it would be more spherical. But it has been proven that it's oblique. Now, to all the flat earthers that wonder why, whenever they see NASA, show a picture, it's like it's only so much of it. Okay? And it's because they're trying to make it look circular. They don't want you to see this. Okay? NASA lies to people, but it's not about flat earth. They've been lying to us about this kind of stuff way before anybody ever had flat earth in their brain, okay? Now, I'm going to take a look at something real fast. This is called the Michelson-Morley experiment. I totally butchered the name in the previous video. This is two beams of light. It gets separated in this apparatus right here, this optical piece, and it's reflected by these mirrors. It's supposed to bounce off, and it's supposed to look like this. But it didn't. It looked like this. So what did they do? They came up with some bullshit as usual. This is the excuse. They call it contraction. Okay? I also got that wrong in my previous video. Now, Einstein's explanation is that there is a effect with no cause. That's not science. Okay? That is not science. That we all know if there is an effect, then there's going to be a cause to it. And we've always went with that and went with those standards. Now, Einstein says the struggle is so violent in the early days of science between the views of Ptolemy and Copernicus would then be quite meaningless. Either coordinate system could be used with equal justification. The two sentences, the sun is at rest and the earth moves, or the sun moves and the earth is at rest, would simply mean two different conventions concerning two different coordinate systems, which means both models work perfectly. Okay? Heliocentrism and geocentrism works perfectly. All right? Now, one more piece of proof is Edwin Hubble. Okay, he started looking in his new, we had these new telescopes, and he started seeing what's called the red shift. All right, now, that's where we start getting into when certain galaxies are further away, closer, they'll have a red shift, they might look blue, this and that. Well, what he starts finding out is when he was looking, it's equally distributed on the outsides of our universe when we look out. Okay? It's all equal. There should be some that are, in these certain areas over here, it should be red, over here it should be kind of blue, over here it should, because we're not directly in the center. But what he was seeing is it was consistent throughout the universe of the redshift. So it posed a really big problem for them. Okay? He says such a condition would imply that we occupy a unique position in the universe, analogous, in a sense, to the ancient concept of a central Earth. Let's see if I can get it, if I can grab the other one. This hypothesis cannot be disproven, but is unwelcome and would only be accepted at a last resort in order to save the phenomena. And they're talking about redshift and all this and that. Okay. So like I said, the more they looked into it, the more they were finding these problems. Okay. So let's see, there was one more. And it kind of shows what they really think about all of that. And I don't think I can find it. In other words, he starts saying that it's absolutely preposterous to even consider. And when you start hearing things like that, that's when you start getting more into religion, belief. They're not going by the best scientific data known to man, which is this. This is the Planck satellite, okay? What happened was they had the microwave background already. They were doing calculations with it, and they said that they found some anomalies, right? And the only anomalies is that they were proving themselves to be wrong. Now, what happened is they got the microwave background, and they would put in these numbers, factors of 2, 3, and it started dividing it up into hot spots and cold spots, which match the hot spots and cold spots on our planet. That's how we get the seasons. And it's even divided up into different parts. And when they bring it all together into a sphere, we are smack dab in the middle of our universe. That's what it kind of looks like when they bring it all together. How is it that all comes together perfectly? They are not trying to hide anything for Flat Earth. Flat Earth is a psyop to hide this. To hide that they know that we're at the center of our universe. Now, how long have they been doing this? They've been doing this quite for a long time. Okay? I think it's kind of strange how there's this new ministry of truth and all this and that, and I truly do believe they're about to start coming a lot of different people that are Christians. As you can see, a lot of this stuff going on with abortion, they're starting to target Christians. I believe that they're starting to mesh a bunch of religions together, and they're getting ready for the one-world religion. This is just one of the many lies that we've been told for a long time. I am not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. I didn't even graduate high school. If I can find this stuff out by myself, so can you, and so can everyone else. I'm Southern Wrath. Peace.